There must be another way of starting this without saying hello and welcome to the Newsbeat Gaming Show every time. Can you think of one?
Coming up this month, we sat down with one of the biggest stars of YouTube to talk about gaming, vlogging and the future. Since we like sitting down, we did the same with one of the UK's best Call of Duty players, and we'll have all of this month's news, what games are coming out, plus a new addition to the Newsbeat Hall of Fame.
As you can see, we're out and about this month. The London Games Festival is being held with events all over the city, so we thought we'd come and get a piece of the action. But first, he's one of the best known YouTubers. His channel's got nearly 10 million subscribers. He was the first person to get 1 million followers on Twitch. His name's Tom, and we've been to meet him. So if you come to a gaming event where Syndicate is about to show up and meet people, then this is what the queue looks like. Come on, follow me. And believe it or not, that's before he's even turned up. So Tom, you stream lots now. You're one of the first people to have 1 million followers on Twitch. Has streaming changed the industry, do you think?
For myself, absolutely. Like YouTube's always like progressing. I kind of see it like as a music industry. You know, like a boy band comes along, and then a new boy band comes along, and it's just like the way any sort of industry works. Something new will come along and be fresh and fun, because the people who've been doing it a long time may get a little bit bored of it. So you can see that in the content that they make. I've been making videos for about 6 years. So as live streaming started to grow and get bigger, I was like, I absolutely love it, and decided to switch at around like the 4.5 year mark to like full-time streaming instead, and then just started pulling numbers of like 121,000 people live, which, you know, bigger than Wembley sort of thing at one given moment, which was absolutely incredible.
But you've made that change, right? Away from gaming videos, you still do them, but not as much onto vlogging. Why the change?
Honestly, it comes down to when I started doing gaming videos on YouTube, I had a lot of like goals and achievements I want to try and complete. It was like, you know, 1 million subscribers, 2 million, 5 million. I'm close to 10 million now, so it's kind of giving me that edge, so I want to give it a kick to get there. But even like 1 billion views was an achievement for a gaming video, is what I wanted to do. And I've done this, and I think it's that lack of, you know, like, I do it because now I just enjoy it. I was doing it to reach these goals and reach these accolades and stuff. And it was like, okay, I got there, you know, it's like you always set yourself goals for your life, and it's like, okay, now what? And I kind of got to a bit of a stale point on my YouTube over like the last like sort of 12 months, where I was like, I want to try something different.
Do you sometimes worry that the stuff you talk about isn't appropriate for some of your younger fans?
I've grown up and I'm like a lot more laid back about things. You know, like, if a kid comes up screaming in my face sort of thing, I'm like, how you doing? Nice to meet you, shake your hand, you know. We'll go out and get drunk because I'm 22 years old, I'm young, and I say young, I'm about to be 23. Life's almost over, but
it's all downhill from there.
Yeah, it's, you know, it's been nice to grow up with this audience that understand from being young and me being really immature to just being older and a bit more immature, a bit less immature, I would like to say. But now I can go out to a bar, see a fan there who's now 18 rather than being 15, buy him a beer. Just wrapped up with the interview. Good job, boys.
No, thanks,
Thank
buddy.
you very much.
Oh, wait, am I on?
Now you're in the vlog.
Come on, hey.
It's too late. Hey, listen, this might be my favourite only Welsh person that I know.
Am I the only Welsh person you know?
Pretty much.
That's disappointing.
Come here.
Come on.
Now my favourite Welsh person.
Thanks, buddy.
There you go. I love this guy.
Clearly, our cameo was the highlight of that Syndicate vlog. Let's see how that boosts his subs, eh? Anytime, Tom, just give me a call. He's not going to call, is he? Yeah. Anyway, there's more from Tom later on in the show, but first, here's some of this month's big news.
Sony's batting away rumours about a possible PlayStation 4.5 being in the works. It's reported a more powerful version of the PS4 could be released in October. Sony told us, though, it's all rumour and speculation and nothing's been announced. Final Fantasy 15 will be out on September the 30th. A demo version for the game, which was first announced way back in 2006, is available now for PS4 and Xbox One. A movie tie-in and 6-part anime series are also coming. And we've been chatting to the guys behind Uncharted 4, the last game in Sony's exclusive series based on explorer Nathan Drake. Now, as you'd expect, they wouldn't say anything about the online rumours of a major character death in the game.
Are you asking directly for spoilers? Is that So not only do we have Uncharted 4, like, okay, 4th installation of characters we know and love, and looking at like, okay, what's left to be told here, we had new hardware. This is our first game from the beginning looking at the PlayStation 4. I think there's just, in Uncharted 4, more so than any game, like, look around. Like, there's amazing things happening in the environment, on the characters, destructible things, the lighting, like all these things we're pushing forward with this new hardware.
The annual BAFTA Games Awards have been held. To find out which titles won what at the ceremony that was hosted by Dara O'Brien this year, then head to the Newsbeat website.
And we were also lucky enough to get our hands on Uncharted 4 weeks before it's released, and this is what it's like.
So, what are we looking for out here?
Now, if you've played some of the previous games, then you'll know what to expect. Fun puzzle solving, bursts of frantic action sequences, and a real focus on story and characters. And that is back again in abundance this time around, with a few little tweaks. You can travel around in vehicles. Nathan Drake now has a pretty cool leather whip to use, and there's also more of an emphasis on stealth, with the inclusion of some Metal Gear inspired warnings if you start getting too close to those evil stooges knocking around.
And there'll be loads more about Uncharted 4 with Radio 1's gaming expert Julia Hardy on the iPlayer later this month. Now, in March, Callum Swan, or Swanny as you probably know him, won Stage 1 of the European leg of the Call of Duty World League with his team Millennium. And as if things couldn't get any better for him in 2016, he's been to chat to us.
16 kills, I will say that's more than his whole team combined right now.
You know what I said? The all equalizer. You're seeing it right now. Struggle, bust from the rest of the squad.
It's not like your typical 9 to 5, even though we're playing the equivalent amount of hours. We could be practicing at all hours of the morning, depending on which other competition's on.
Being a difference maker. Tommy does have a specialist too. However, these are scrappy points, but Millennium just seem to be taking a little bit more from it. And look at this, Swanny and Tommy, HVK buddies here.
Before a tournament, you might be boot camping. So we fly out to America or something to practice against the best teams. We could be sat there for upwards of 10 hours a day, just playing non-stop, rigorously playing, watching videos, rehearsing our strategies.
Do you train always as a team, or do you train individually as well?
Playing with your team is the way to succeed and the way to improve. That is supplemented by individual practice, whether it's just, you know, keeping your shot warm, keeping your hands warm, making sure you're accurate. The most successful players are the ones who put in that extra time.
I said it's very difficult to disagree with Tommy. He's a genius when it comes to Call of Duty. But I said those first two...
And traditionally, in the past, the most successful teams have been the ones who've had the most chemistry, who've put in the most work to improve their teamwork. So you have me, who perhaps some of the guys at home and the girls at home will be familiar with the term camper, a more defensive player. That's kind of the role I adopt within the team,
right,
which is a necessary role, by the way.
I mean, some people call it cheating, right?
So, you know...
I mean, those aren't my words.
Oh, absolutely not cheating, no, but it's... You need someone to do the dirty work, and then there's the more flashy players, the more aggressive players.
Traditionally, American teams in some other esports tend to be stronger, but the things are changing a little bit in Call of Duty. The Brits are sort of are doing quite well.
I think we're bridging the gap, and obviously incentives such as the Call of Duty World League, the fact that we now have established rigorous platforms of competition in Europe is certainly helping.
Yeah, so I see.
So you've had your time. Callum, great to meet you. Yeah, hi. I'm really confused with Black Ops, especially the exosuits. What's the best site to use? Red Dot site and the best perk, lightweight? I'm just getting hit sort of left, right and centre, and I'm really struggling with it.
First of all,
Yeah.
Red Dot competitive environment.
Have you got work to do, James? That's fine, that's really helpful. Thanks, Callum.
No problem, James.
Newsbeat's James Wadhouse playing it very cool there. But the good news is he still can't beat me. Thanks to Swanny for coming in, and good luck for the rest of the year.
Now, speaking of COD, the second DLC pack for Call of Duty Black Ops 3 is coming on April the 19th. The Eclipse update has 4 new multiplayer maps and an all-new zombies experience. In last month's show, we met the man behind Quantum Break, and you can get your hands on it this month. The time-travelling action-adventure will be available for Windows, PC and Xbox One. Dark Souls 3 is coming to consoles and PCs in the UK this month. If you like bright, happy games that make you think of sunshine and strawberries, then this one isn't for you. It has a lot to live up to. The last title in the series won Game of the Year at the 2014 Golden Joysticks.
Now, the more observant amongst you might have noticed that we're not in the studio for this month's show. Well, that's because the first ever London Games Festival is being held, and we've just popped inside to take a look at one of the events here at the BFI, the British Film Institute. Now, what organisers say is they want this event to help London become a global hub for gaming.
Loads of events like this VR Summit are being held at iconic landmarks across the city, and if you want more details about what's gone on, then head to games.london on the interweb.
But next, all you Syndicate fans have waited long enough, so it's time to go back to our chat with Mr. Cassell. Can you check my phone? Has he called yet? You know about the vlog?
I'm always gonna do gaming videos, like, but it's like a thing. I used to do like 2 videos a day, 2 gaming videos a day, and then I'd maybe live stream as well. So it was just so much content, and it was driving me crazy. It was like all day just in an office playing video games sort of thing, and it was just, you know, it's not really good for like your health of just non-stop. You can do it and have a healthy lifestyle, but it was just, I've been doing it for so long that I was like, I need a bit of a change.
Do you feel responsible for your fans? Like, they obviously look up to you. They probably come to you with problems and things as well.
Yeah.
What is that like, having to deal with that?
It's a blessing and a curse at the same time. Because a lot of people come to me and share things with me, and it's great hearing the good side of things. Like, I was in LAX and some guy random came up to me, was like almost crying his eyes out. I was like, dude, I cannot believe I've just met you. I just watched your video. I did like a talk about like just wanting to inspire people to do what they want to do in life. So he dropped out of college. I was like, what? You dropped out of college? But then he was going to Africa, helping stop animals being poached. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. He was like, that's all because of life. That's like my saying, life's too short, make the most of it. But you know, a lot of people have a connection with me, like, you know, we've known each other for a long time through making videos. So I do hear a lot of stories of like sad things about like family members passing away, or, you know, recent like bad times or bullying, or, you know, like going through suicidal like thoughts and stuff like that. So I have to go from like the hype of, oh, this is amazing, you're traveling the world, you listen to this, to, you know, some people are in really bad spots, and I'll always have all the time of day to talk to them.
So quick fire questions. Favourite game ever?
Call of Duty 4.
Favourite game character ever?
Master Chief.
Oh, good choice.
Love Halo.
Guilty pleasure game? Mine's Angry Birds. Sorry.
Plants vs Zombies, because I play it because I'm trying to get with a girl.
Tom, pleasure to meet you.
Dude, thank you
very
very
much
much
for your time.
In honour of both our guests on the Newsbeat Gaming Show, today we're putting Syndicate's and Swanny's favourite game, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, into our Hall of Fame. It's the title that really propelled the series into the record-breaking monster franchise that it is now, and it also introduced us to the coolest SAS soldier ever. Captain Price, we salute you. And that's it from us this month. Remember to get in touch in the comments below, or you can find us on Facebook, Twitter or Instagram. Hi Tom, sorry I've got your answer phone again. Listen, I'm just saying, anytime you need a cameo for one of your vlogs, just give me a shout.